Today, we will be exploring project management. My name is Lindsay Bryant, and I am a student of project management at Bellevue University. Over the next few minutes, I'll be helping you to understand a little bit more about the role of project manager. I'll be touching on the history of project management, some of the common project manager responsibilities, and the 5 phases of a project. I'll also be sharing what an effective project manager can bring to a project and an organization. Since the dawn of civilization, humans have undertaken large engineering and construction projects, but traditionally, these projects were managed by the designer or master builder. The formal role of project manager is a 20th century concept and entered both the business world and academia during this time, thanks to a combination of private sector corporations and government organizations. Let's look at some of the major milestones in 20th century project management. Henry Gantt created the Gantt chart in 1917, which has become one of the most valuable planning tools in a project manager's arsenal. In the 1950s, the critical path technique and the Program Evaluation Review were developed by DuPont and the Department of Defense, respectively. Both helped to establish a framework of practices needed to navigate complex projects. Project management became mainstream in the 1960s, as evidenced by this article quote. This versatile management tool offers the businessman a new and reliable means of averting the cost and schedule fiascos that so often plague mergers, new product introductions, and other massive one-of-a-kind corporate undertakings. Competency, with computer-based tools and a solid handle on soft skills, became a requisite during the 1990s as well. What exactly does the project manager do? An effective project manager has a long and diverse list of responsibilities that must be completed in order to take a project from beginning to end. In addition, there are recognized industry standards and practices that should be followed. Let's look a little more closely at the skills that a good project manager should have. This is the Project Management Institute's Talent Triangle. It breaks down the necessary competencies of an effective project manager into 3 groups: technical project management, strategic and business management, and leadership. Technical management is the foundation for successful project management, but without a balance of leadership, strategy, and business expertise, technical management is not enough to navigate the complicated process of managing teams, resources, and assets. The project manager's job is first and foremost shaped by the project constraints. This is what is commonly referred to as the project management iron triangle. It consists of 3 specific constraints: scope, or what the goals and deliverables of a project are; budget, or how much money is allocated to a project; time, or how long a project has to reach completion. A change in any one of these constraints means that the others need to be reevaluated as well, and perhaps changed to balance out the new constraint with minimal impact to the project. A project has 5 phases: initiation, planning, execution, monitoring and controlling, and close. The initiation phase is the start of the project. It is when the who, what, where, when, and whys are decided. The justification for the project must be solid, and the feasibility must be established so that the project charter, containing all pertinent details, can be created. The stakeholders will be identified at this point and leveraged appropriately going forward. The planning phase of the project lays the groundwork for everything that will come after. The development of scope, budgets, and timelines will shape the project and dictate where resources and assets should be allocated. Teams are built and tasks delegated in preparation for the next phases of the project. Risk assessments are performed with the intent of mitigating or removing risks completely. And work breakdown schedules are created so that the tasks can be completed at the right time and in the right order. Much of the actual work is performed during the execution phase. The project manager is very busy at this point updating schedules, tracking progress, expenditures, and labor, and ensuring that milestones are met. The project manager must also be sure to maintain clear, consistent, and up-to-date communication with all stakeholders, imparting critical and relevant information to the people and groups that need it. During the controlling and monitoring phase of the project manager addresses changes via an established procedure and adjusts others' tasks and timelines accordingly. The project manager also continues to assess risk and look for potential opportunities that may be advantageous to the project and organization. The last phase of a project is the closing phase. During this phase, the project manager will look to ensure that all project goals are met and deliverables are completed, as well as to note any incomplete tasks and plan accordingly. The project manager also looks at any overages, be they in regards to time, budget, or otherwise, and conducts a post-mortem, where team members can analyze successes and failures with the hope of learning from mistakes and making successes more consistent in the future. So why do you need a dedicated project manager instead of just assigning an existing team member to perform the role? Even in the infancy of formal project management, business consultant John Stewart stated that project management provides the concentrated management attention that a complex and unfamiliar undertaking is likely to demand. Over 50 years later, this still rings true. An effective project manager can increase the project's chance of success by unifying ideas and providing direction in the form of manageable tasks. Function separately within the organization, allowing necessary day-to-day operations to continue without distraction or compromise. Assemble teams that have the right skill sets, attitudes, and knowledge to accomplish their assigned tasks. Manage conflict in a neutral and diplomatic manner while ensuring that the project quality is not compromised. Use tools and techniques to perform analyses of both internal and external strengths and weaknesses, as well as identifying opportunities and threats. Leverage technical and soft skills to manage people and resources effectively and efficiently. Ensure that all stakeholders have the requisite clear and up-to-date information that they need to complete their assignments. And utilize resources and subject matter experts as needed to ensure project success. Most importantly, a good project manager can take a project from initiation to close while following a code of ethics and professional conduct. This ensures that everyone comes out ahead and that the stakeholders in the project can be proud that the work was done with integrity and careful consideration of all contributing factors. A good project manager can get the job done. Does anyone have any questions?